Come on, come on. Morning people, how are we today? You join me on a sunny August Wednesday. The last day of my shift. Oh good. Anyway, so I'm just going to make my way to the place of work. Very windy today. My trousers keep riding up. Anyway, it's dry, that's the main thing. And dry equals fun. Interesting. So yesterday I did a video on what I called a demo ride as to how we use the advanced riding system. I'm not going to tell you what that is because you can look that up. It's go. I am Roadsmart. And it's very difficult doing those commentaries, I've got to say. Just because there's so much going on, and you know, like shoulder checks, mirror checks, speed check, looking around you for hazards and anything that could possibly go wrong. You kind of do it automatically once you're used to the system, but to actually try and do a commentary where you include everything. I mean, I missed a load of shoulder checks that, although I'd done, I never mentioned because you're busy in the moment. So of course people are going to go, oh well, you didn't do that in the right order, and you didn't even do that when you did. But it's just getting it all out so that it works. I'm not going to do another demo ride commentary again because there's a lot of it out there on the interweb tube. But whilst I'm chatting to you, you can just watch where I am and see for yourself. I tend only to do shoulder checks if I feel that it's necessary, simply because I'm constantly monitoring my mirrors and trying to keep myself up to date. Well, I'm not trying to, I keep myself up to date with what's going on and memorise what's behind me, and if that changes, then obviously I'll do a shoulder check. But I'm always mindful of what is around me. Anyway, today I'm going a different way. I just felt like a change, as I keep going the same way across the Ashdown Forest, and kind of gets a little bit boring, so we're going to go a bit towny this way. So we'll probably get caught in some traffic and it might be a bit slower, but on the other hand I might cut through and do something a bit different. Nice bit of stonage over the road. Thing is, by coming a different way, it also means that I have to be a little bit more observant, whereas you tend to become a bit complacent when you do the same journey. Although things can change. I'm on the trusty BMW K1300S, and I haven't ridden the Bullet for a week now, because the last time I used it, it cut out on me some reason, but it started again straight away, which is bizarre. But anyway, I think I know what it was, but I can't be certain. I think it was running out of fuel in the float chamber, because I found the nut was a little bit loose. I think it was seeping out, but it runs, and I'm going to go out on it and see how it is when I go out on it next. Anyway, some nicer bends this way. Thank you, ma'am. That was my right of way. Stay where you are, madam. Stay where you are. Thank you. bonfires. I love the smell of bonfires. Don't ask me why, but I do. Had a bit of a resurface here. I'm going to be turning over to 50,000 miles on this bike today. We're on 49989. So I've got to remember to look down in roughly 11 miles. Got some loose chippings on here, which is always a pain. I think he was letting me go, felt he was holding me up. Not sure how long ago the road was resurfaced, or spat on by tarmac. Majority of the chippings have gone, or gone to the centre of the road and the curb. It's nice to go a different way. I'm only zigzagging because I want to come away from the curb, but only go into it when I really need to, like now. And now, nice temperature today, 15 degrees, that'll do. Had a bit of rain yesterday. It was alright though, but it was very fine rain, so get very wet quickly. So tell me, would the IAM Roadsmart advanced training, would that interest you? If not, why not? Tell me what you think, because I think, to be honest with you, although we're trying to get away from this reputation of bearded fat blokes on GS's, because that's not how it is at all. There's an awful lot of females in our group, and there's a very mixed age group as well. So, you know, it's not like it used to be. Bike clubs are not like they used to be, especially where there is an advanced training scheme involved, and you may surprise yourself. There's a lot of ride outs that the club do, and I mean, although I'm talking about my club, I know that there's a lot of places, there's a lot of groups on Facebook that you can look up locally to you, and I know that there's several that are around in Kent. They're very active, and also in Sussex where I am, East Sussex rather. And I'm sure most of you know that anyway, but basically you know, you don't have to be alone and going out for a ride on your own. Because I have a Royal Enfield, I also run the Royal Enfield branch of the Royal Enfield Owners Club for East Sussex, which has been running, I guess it could be just a year now. Yeah, we have about 32 members. Not everybody turns up on the monthly meet, but if you have a Royal Enfield and you're in East Sussex and you're interested, we meet on the third Thursday of every month at 7:30 in the King's Arms in Rotherfield, Crowborough, and we have a little drink and a chat, nothing too serious. But you know, people are very busy nowadays. I mean, with my shift work and so on, I find it hard to find the time to sometimes, well, the shift work just kills it anyway, because if I'm working in an evening, on the evenings that we meet, obviously I can't go. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, yeah, don't discount bike clubs, they can be great fun. And sometimes they can't. But, you know, that's for you to decide. Depends what you want from it. It's like all these things. So many people walking dogs now for a living. Does that show how busy people are, or they're just lazy? Or they've got money to spend. I'm not walking my dog, I'll get somebody to do it. Probably because I don't want to pick the poo up. There's no real benefit of coming this way, but the normal way that I go has a little bit more freedom, more nationals. Yeah, so basically if you're interested in advanced riding, which is a good thing really, it's not as stuffy as you think it might be, and the gains out of it are far greater than the losses, if you like. And it does teach you things that even after 40, 50 years of riding, you learn something. So those who poo-poo it, and they are about, one I came across on the internet the other day on YouTube, Alien 3. He sounds a very bitter person about it all, and I think he said he claims he's self-taught and managed to go through the test after 2 rides or something like that, and got a gold and got a first in the various advanced riding systems, methods. Fair play to him, but then was complaining that the observers weren't qualified enough, didn't know enough, and just basically slating the whole thing really, which I thought was a bit unfair, but you know, he's got his right to his opinion, the same as anyone else. So who are we to judge? Anyway, I did think it was a bit sort of, it just sounded like, because he had his views on it, and the various organisations, that's the word, weren't taking any notice, and all the workbooks and so on weren't very well written, and grammar was bad, or I don't know, just had a bit of a beef about it, and I think it haunts him now, and so it seems his quest to ruin the whole thing. But it's quite weird because he doesn't have many followers really, so that maybe that speaks for itself. It's nice to have a lot of followers, I know, but you have to work quite hard to get it, and being negative doesn't really always work. Unless you're really radical and it's funny and people can see that, you know. So it's harmless sort of thing. But this is quite harsh. Yeah, so I've kind of gone the long way round. I've got 5 miles to go, probably 4 actually, until we're on 50,000. I won't be able to do a drum roll, I might be able to put it in the edit, but who knows. Yeah, 4 miles. This man's being very good with his speed limits. Let's just check, see if anybody's coming down the slip road to join us. Looks good, it's all clear. Yeah, so I'm kind of going the long way round really. It's a slower route, but I'm not looking to race anywhere. We have a shoulder check there. Just in case we get some Carlos Fandangos come up the side. Why do people wrap their cars in a matte colour? Why do Ferrari F1 team race their car in a matte red when it used to be gloss? I wonder if it has something to do with airflow. I would have thought they'd have been better off being gloss, but there you go. What do I know? If I knew that, I would be working with them. Maybe. We'll wait till he gets caught in the traffic and then we'll nip round him. Where it's safe to do so, of course. We've got a speed camera down here so everybody shoots themselves when they come down here. I'm mainly in 2.5, 3, simply because I'm trying to see the traffic and keep away from anything that might come out from my left side, like these roads. Have a restaurant. I will, thank you. Do some bike aerobics. Okay, let's go. It's quite nice to see people doing a bit of après. It's nice to see that restaurants and cafes can give you the option to sit outside when the weather's nice. Goodbye, farewell. This road's closed everywhere, but I guess that's because the kids are off and the roads are quieter, I guess. Just avoiding a manhole there. I haven't been this way for some time during the day. There are some nice houses down here. Somewhere along here there's a massive like field where they have fetes and stuff, and you wouldn't think so where it is, you know, with all these houses here, and then behind it is just a huge field, which is a bit of an equestrian place as well. Stay where you are, please. He was looking the other way. That always worries me. I think he's moving over for me. Oh look, 49999. Can we see it? Will we see it? Come on. I'm trying to ride so I can see, and the camera sees it too. Come on, come on. Yay! 50,000 miles! Well done, Mrs. Well done. Good for you. Come on, everybody. Let's tickle along. Okay, I'd normally come out of that junction there. That's very kind of her. It is nice when they let you through. I don't expect it, you know, people do it, they do it. If I want to go round somebody, I will, but I'm quite happy just tickling along. I'm not in a hurry to get anywhere. I'll make ground hopefully here. Anyway, we've got zigzaggies, so we're not going to do anything silly there. And as well, you know, if you go down these hatchings, there's a lot of rubbish in there. So it could ultimately end up being a puncture time. Not hammer time, puncture time. Nice day today. And what makes it even nicer is I got 3 days off after this day. Come on fellas, let's get this finished. It's taking a while. That sounds a bit like my Bullet. My Royal Enfield. Right, we're away. Always smells good coming past here, as you would expect. Careful here. So don't forget, let me know if you're interested and why you might not do advanced training, or you'd like to do advanced training, or questions about how it works, what it's like. Hit me up, as they say. Ask me a question. Getting blinded by my phone case. Got to keep your wits about you around here, because like I said in the other video, a lot of people don't really know where they're going, and they're looking for signs and so on and so forth. So that'll do me there. Hello me, oomy, noomy. Oh, there. thank you. Goodbye.